Hello everyone, I'm Mark Middleton, the Instrumental Education Director for the Indiana State School Music Association. If you're watching this presentation, you are most likely judging one of our virtual spring events. Whether you're judging the Jazz and Show Choir Festival or the Junior Middle Elementary or High School organizational events, you're going to be completing these assignments using technology that you may or may not be familiar with. The necessary switch that we had to make this year to all virtual events due to COVID-19 has been a real challenge for everyone involved, and it's forced us to embrace technology that may be new and uncomfortable to us. The purpose of this presentation is to help you become more acclimated and better understand CompetitionSuite, the platform that we're going to use and offer to complete the assignments for our various spring events. We're going to explore step by step how judges use the CompetitionSuite to complete their virtual judging assignment. This includes how to establish a judging account and password in CompetitionSuite, accessing the submitted videos and PDF music scores for the different performances, and also finally using the CompetitionSuite Judge app to complete the recorded commentary and the scoring for each event. You've already received all of this information in an email from us that we're going to talk about in this presentation, complete with screenshots and pictures of everything step by step of how to do it. But we thought it might be even more beneficial to kind of watch someone do this in real time. So that's what we're going to do today. First of all, you're going to need at least 2 devices to complete your judging assignment. One device you're going to use to access the CompetitionSuite website, and that's where you're going to view the performance videos and also see the music scores that are uploaded for each event. A desktop computer or a laptop, something of that nature, is probably best for that purpose because it's going to have a larger screen and it'll make it a little easier on your eyes to be able to view the videos and the music that way. The other device that you'll use will be for the actual Judges app to record your commentary and do your scoring. Most judges in the past have found that using either some kind of a smartphone, an iPhone or an Android, or some kind of a iPad or Android tablet works really well for this part of it. So that's something to consider as you get ready for this assignment. Whatever device you choose to use, it needs to have an internal microphone or some kind of a jack to put an external microphone in to be able to record your recorded commentary on it. If you've judged a previous event for us using CompetitionSuite, you should already have an account set up, and the password to access your judge's account should already be there. If this is your first time using CompetitionSuite, then you're going to need to be able to establish an account and also a password with a CompetitionSuite. So let's begin. If you're a returning judge from one of our earlier events, again, you're going to use the same email and password that you've already established. If this is your first time using CompetitionSuite Judge, then we'll take you through the process here of how to establish your account and set up your password. First of all, we need to get to the CompetitionSuite website. So we're going to do a little search. So here we are at the CompetitionSuite homepage. When you get to here, you're going to go up into the upper right hand corner and click on Login. And this takes you to the login screen for the website. Underneath the login button right here, it says don't have an account, sign up here. So you're going to click on Sign Up Here. There you're going to fill in your email address and then confirm your email. Then you're going to create a password, whatever you want it to be, and confirm that password. You're going to fill in your first name, your last name. You're going to click on I accept the CompetitionSuite Terms of Service, and then click in this box that says you are indeed a human. And then you'll go down here and you'll click on the Sign Up button. At that point then you will be registered into CompetitionSuite, and you'll be able to use your email address and your password that you've established to log in to the CompetitionSuite website and also the Judges app. Once you've established your email and password to be able to log into CompetitionSuite, then you're going to go to the login screen again from the home page. You're going to type in your email address there, and then you're going to put in your password. You're going to hit login. And it should take you then into this area of CompetitionSuite. Now you notice I got a whole bunch of stuff here on mine, but probably most likely you're just going to have an area that says Judging. And you're going to go to that area down there, and you're going to click on the one that says Indiana State School Music Association. So click on that one. And it will take you to whatever events you're scheduled to judge for the organization. And you see I've got a bunch of them here, but this is the one that we're going to be dealing with today. And so you may only have that one listed. So anyway, to get into that particular area, you're going to go up to this little button up here above in the judging area that says Submissions. Click on Submissions, and it takes you to the submissions for this particular event. Notice it says ISSMA District Virtual Jazz P4, that's the panel that I'm on. And then you're going to go to the end of the box there where it says Submissions, the little green box. You're going to click on that. What you should see next then is a list of the organizations that you're going to be adjudicating. And it should start with a test group, and we'll operate through that test group the morning of the event before you actually start. Okay? So to access any of these, you're just going to click on that event. So let's click on the test event. And you'll see this is the ISSMA Test High School Stage Band. And you'll see three things there. You're going to see printed music. That's where the music scores are. The PDF copies of the music scores. You're going to see the performance video with the controls to operate the video. And down at the bottom it'll say solo form. That's the solo repertoire sheet that we use to recognize soloists for this event. You're not going to have to worry about that within the CompetitionSuite app because we will be actually sending you PDFs through email of those particular forms. So all you're going to need to worry about within CompetitionSuite here is the printed music and the performance video. All right. Now, just to kind of give you an idea of how to deal with this, let's go into the video here. We're going to click on play. And you notice the video has started here. Okay. And I'll go a little farther in. And it helps if you have pretty good speakers of some kind. All right. You can pause the event. Okay. You can kind of do what we did there and fast forward or whatever. It's best that when you're actually watching the event, though, to judge it, to watch it straight through, just like you normally would in a live event. All right. So that's where you watch the video. Now, let's see how we can see the music at the same time. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go up here in the corner with this Restore Down button, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to make the screen smaller, that window smaller. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my web browser, and I'm going to open up another window, and I'm going to go into CompetitionSuite again in that window. And notice this time it will probably say Overview instead of Login because you're already logged in. So you're going to click on Overview, go down to Judging again, Submissions, the Submissions button there, and then click on the Test Band again. This time we're going to click in the Download Printed Music here. So we're going to click on that Download button. And you should see then the PDF copies of the scores for all the pieces that the group is playing. So now what we're going to do, we're going to kind of reshape our windows here a little bit and move them around so that we can see both things at the same time. We might have to make one a little bit smaller. maybe move just a little bit so that you can get the scroll button here for the score. So at that point then, you can watch the video for each group, and you can also look at the music as you go along. Okay? Now, once you're finished with a particular group then, what you're going to want to do is just go up to the back button up here, or actually you can even just, since they're listed here, you can just go to the next group. You can click on the next group, and that'll take you to the next video, and then close out this PDF, go to the next group, download the next music, and there we go, and you're ready for the next group then. So this is how you use the CompetitionSuite website to view the videos and to view the PDF music scores for the events that you're going to be adjudicating. Now we're going to talk about how to access the CompetitionSuite Judge app and how to use it to do your recorded commentary and also to assign numbers for each group. As I said, you can use any one of a number of devices. You can use an iPhone, you can use an Android smartphone, you can use an iPad, or even an Android tablet of some kind. The demonstration that I'm going to do today is going to be on one of the Android tablets that we use for marching band judges in the fall when they judge using CompetitionSuite. But all of the other devices that I mentioned in the instructions that you received in an email earlier, there are step-by-step instructions with screenshots of each of those kind of devices. So the process itself is pretty much the same no matter what device you use. The screens might just look a little bit different depending on what device you use. So let's go about figuring out how we're going to get the Judges app first and then how to use it. So I've got my Samsung tablet here that I'm going to use to judge. And the first thing I'm going to do, even though I've already got the Judge app here, I'm going to show you how you would do that. You're going to go to whatever your app store is that you use, in this case it's Google Play, and I'm going to search for CompetitionSuite Judge app. And there are several apps for CompetitionSuite, but you want CompetitionSuite Judge. The other one that you might see is just for directors to use to upload their commentary and scores later. So we're going to get CompetitionSuite Judge, and you'll install it, download it, and open it. And it will pop up then as an icon on your screen. So we're going to go there now. And you notice the first thing you're going to see is a login screen. You're going to use the same login identification, same email, same password that you used for the website. So I'm going to type that in. Hit login. And you're into the Judges app. Now over in this side you will see current events, and that will list the events that you are currently assigned to judge. So I'm going to click on that one there, ISSMA District Virtual Jazz, and I see my name as a judge, so I'm going to click on my name. And then over here on the side I'm going to see all the events, again all the groups listed that I'm going to judge for that particular day. Okay, so let's go first to the test group again. I'm going to click on that, and you're going to see a screen that looks something like this. And again, depending on which device you're using, it might look a little bit different. You'll see some tabs here that say Score, Record, and Public Notes. Public Notes you don't need to worry about at all. Okay, you're going to be dealing with the recording and the scoring. So let's go to recording first, because that will be the first thing you do. So as you're watching the video and looking at the music, you're actually going to be using this device to record your commentary in real time, just like you would use one of our little digital recorders at a live event. Okay, and again, you'll need either an external microphone like the one I have plugged in here, okay, a headset mic like this, or you can use the internal mic on the device as well. So here we are. When you get ready to start adjudicating a group, you'll probably want to record a little introduction like you normally would at a live event. Introducing yourself, what the date is, what the event is, looking forward to hearing your performance and hope my comments are helpful and all those kind of things. So when you get ready to record, you're going to go to the record button. And again, it may not look exactly like this on all the other devices, but record is record. So we're going to hit the record button. And at that point, then you are recording within the device. You're probably going to see some kind of a gauge over here that shows the volume level. And then there's probably going to be some kind of a timer, like up here in this corner, and maybe a pulsing dot, something like that. There's going to be something in there in your device that shows that you're recording. Okay, so once you've recorded your introduction, if you want to pause for a second before you actually start the video and start making your commentary, then you're going to hit pause, the double bars there. Okay, and you see it takes it back to the record. Do not hit stop yet. The only time you're going to hit stop is when you're completely done making commentary on that particular group before you want to move on to the next group. Okay, so don't stop until you are absolutely ready to stop for that group. All right, so once you have got the video set, ready to go, and you're going to click on the video and start it, and you want to go back and start your commentary again, then you're just going to hit the record button again. And once again, you're going to be recording commentary in real time while you're watching the video. Something that we've noticed in the fall that you might want to be careful of is don't have the volume up too loud or the microphone too close to the speakers because we were having trouble back in the fall hearing some judges' commentary over top of the music that was going on. We want them to be able to hear the music and your commentary in real time, so don't use headphones to listen to the recordings. We want them to be able to hear both, but just make sure that you don't get things too loud on the music end so that we lose your commentary. Okay, so let's say that the performance goes through and you're going to want to score the event, but you want to come back and do a recap of some commentary before you move on. So once again, you're just going to go down to pause. You're going to pause it. All right. You can work through your scores or whatever, figure out what you're going to say for your recap. Then you would record again. And as soon as you're done with your recap, thanks so much for participating today. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the year. Then at that point, you're going to hit stop. And you're probably going to get some kind of an acknowledgement depending on which type of device you're using, something like this. Okay, all set, the commentary has been recorded and will be sent to groups shortly. Okay, it may not be a thumbs up like this one, but it will be something that tells you that recording is starting to upload. Once the stop button hits, that's it. Okay, you can't record anymore for that group. All right, so you got to make sure that you've said everything you want to say before you hit that stop button, before you move on to the next group then. It's very important that you stay in order also as well and not skip a group and start recording commentary for the wrong group. So just make sure that you're on the correct group all the time on the recording end of it. Now let's talk about the scoring end of it. So we're going to go to the Score tab here. And if you'll notice, you've got a little keypad over here. You're going to have some kind of a little keypad on your device. And you notice that there are categories just like on our ISSMA score sheets. And depending on what kind of event you're scoring or evaluating, it's going to be the categories are going to be different. There may be more, there may be less. Notice that you probably will have to scroll up and down like this, all right, to make sure that you get all of them. And do make sure that you enter scores for all of the categories for each event. One thing that we're doing to help you a little bit, and also to help us just in case, you're going to be provided with a tote sheet that looks something like this. And before you actually enter any scores into CompetitionSuite, you're going to put the numbers here on the tote sheet for each category. You're going to fill them in here, total up your score. Then at that point, when you're satisfied with the numbers that you've given there, then you're going to go back into CompetitionSuite and enter the numbers there. We're doing this for two reasons. First of all, we want you to make sure that you're happy with your numbers first before they go into the system, but also if there's some kind of a technical glitch with getting the numbers and the scores from CompetitionSuite, we have a backup with your written down numbers here. Okay, so just make sure that you kind of hang on to this even after the event in case we would have to contact you for some numbers that didn't come through or whatever. So it's a backup, but it's also kind of a worksheet to help you. So once you've got the numbers set that you want for each group on your tote sheet, then you're going to come in here. You're going to go to the first category here, intonation, and you're going to put in the number that you want the group to have for that particular caption. Then we'll go to tone quality here, and we can enter a 2. Okay, and so forth. Now, if you make a mistake, like say if you meant this to be a 1.5 and you put just a 1 in there, you can go to this little back arrow and click it, and it'll get rid of the score, and then you can put the score that you want in there at that point. All right, and so you'll just continue all the way down for each caption. And by the way, it will not allow you to enter a number higher than 4. If I try to enter a 6 here, it tells me it's an invalid score. All right, so again, 1 to 4, you got to stay within that range. And I'm finishing up my last couple of categories here. Okay. And there are all my numbers then. All right. So at that point then, to be able to submit those numbers, you're just going to back out of that screen and go to the next group, and it will upload them. Before you do that though, once you've decided and once you've got the numbers entered here, okay, once you've got all the numbers entered here that you want, then you're going to go back to your tote sheet, and you're going to compare the numbers here to the numbers on your tote sheet just to make sure they're correct. At that point then, you're going to verify those numbers, okay? And if you'll notice over here, there's a little check mark, a little gray check mark. When you touch on that, it turns green. At that point, you have verified those numbers, and you can no longer change them. So before you verify, you need to make sure you're satisfied with them and that you've compared them to your tote sheet and they agree. Okay, so all of those scores now are verified in the system. They can't be changed on your end at this point. Okay, so if there was a mistake of some kind, we have to change it on our end, but hopefully there won't be any, especially with using the tote sheet. Okay. So you've verified the numbers, you've completed your recording, you're ready to go to the next group. And you start all over again with the recording. And that is how you upload your recorded commentary and also the numbers for your scores into the CompetitionSuite Judge app. You will notice also there are no written commentary for these events, just numbers and recorded commentary. That's why the recorded commentary is so important. So that's CompetitionSuite for Judges in a nutshell. I know it probably seems overwhelming at first and maybe a little bit intimidating, but it really is quite a simple process once you get the hang of it and once you get going through 2 or 3 groups. We certainly look forward to working with all of you on our spring virtual events in one way or another, and we thank you as always for your willingness to share your time and your talents and your knowledge and your expertise with the students and the directors of our great programs here in the state, especially during this most challenging of times. Best wishes and happy judging.